All right, in this video, I'm gonna quickly take you through how to redistribute the down inside of your NovaPro jacket. From time to time, some of this insulation can shift depending on how you wash it, which is why you need to make sure to look at the washing instructions on the jacket. You can get some shifting, or if you're just doing the same type of motion over and over again, you can get a little bit of shifting in the jacket. And with the right technique, it's not hard at all to redistribute that. So this piece right here was recently washed and sent back. You can see, for instance, right here, there is not much of any insulation right there. So I'm going to show you the best technique that I've found to be able to just redistribute that really quickly. More or less, what you're trying to do is pull the down on an angle of about 45 degrees. So if you could draw a line through these baffles, you'll see that there's an open channel if you were to go like that. If you go straight down, you're going to hit these different baffles. If you go straight sideways, you're not going to be able to get it down. So a 45-degree angle is what we're looking for, and I'm going to show you how I can get down back into this corner of the jacket. The other thing that I'm typically going to do is I'm going to open up the jacket so that I can only be working on the panel I want to work on. So that way I'm just working on the back of the jacket. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to just quickly feel around the jacket to see where it's where that down is distributed to. By putting your hand on here, you can tell the how would you say that, like the pressure or the amount that's clustered there by how much it pushes back on you. If it collapses really easy, bounces back really easy, like over here, that's not where the down that is here came from. But right here, this is really stiff. So I'm going to be trying to push the down from these stiff parts over into this area. And just like I mentioned, I'm going to do that on a 45-degree angle. I'm going to take my hand, just slide it flat against it on this angle and shift that down. And you'll see already that it's kind of getting some stuff in there. But for some reason, we get a lot of people that are going to try to shift it down straight down, and it doesn't want to work that well. Obviously, side to side, it's going to work just fine to shift that around. But yeah, once you do that and you shift some of it, what you're going to want to do is kind of let it loft up and then refill. So I can still feel that there's some stiffness or bounce back right here. So I'm going to shift a little bit more out of this particular spot. And while I'm here, I'm just going to fill around the rest of the jacket. So every once in a while, you'll get a little bit more of a clump. That clump comes from the small amount of synthetic that's blended into this. Sometimes that can create a little bit more of clumping. It's not much. It's very, very mild, and it can break up. But sometimes it won't break up with like a tennis ball as well as 100% downwell. So that's a little bit of the trade-off of some of the performance benefits that you get by having the down LT in this jacket. So right there, just had a little bit of a clump. I'm just going to kind of break that up and then redistribute it. But you can see already just with even the few swipes that I did that there's more insulation going into there. So I'm just going to take maybe 5 minutes, go around the outside of this jacket, push some of the down around and make sure it's redistributed. Also, as you wear it, it will redistribute a little bit as well. In my experience, you don't have to get it perfect before you can really start wearing it, and it'll loosen itself up and move around the jacket as well. So I'm just going to go through the rest of the jacket real quick. All right, so I'm just wrapping it up here on this jacket, but I did want to mention one other little pro tip. Besides going on the 45-degree angle, you can see that when this is lofted, those channels are popped up. So when I go to pull anything out of there, the air in there helps to move the down. If I continue to work in one section too long, the down is going to get compressed. It's not going to be in there. So work in one section, then come to another section and work, and then shift back and forth. That will help you to do this a little bit quicker. But as you can see, with just a few minutes of time now, this piece has been redistributed and should be ready for you to go back out on the trail.